Oh, we're back. Session 28. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's gotta be so weird for them because they start so abruptly while we've been like talking for half an hour.
I know.
Where'd so go?
But there's no real way
I
to like
need to
naturally
press-
bring them in. Like it's very hard to judge that.
So pretty. Did you do this, Dark?
Got the council chamber.
Should walk in from the side
Yeah.
and turn around and say, "Hey, didn't see you there."
I drew this up basically in the last hour. I decided like we need a new map for this. We need a new map.
It's pretty.
This is a completely new council chamber.
It is.
I
It's
like
pretty good. I like it.
Let's give a hand to the DM.
Yeah.
Yay!
Now we have a meeting to attend to.
Firstly,
And you will be shocked, all of you, because Raphael has papers with him.
but firstly, before the meeting, Laurel, what the hell did the party do last time?
What we did last
We
time?
ate
Well,
pickles.
I'll tell you what we did last time, and you're gonna like it.
If you don't,
last
well,
time we went and I believe we had to deal with some vampires in a town outside of a small town outside the city. It's like a keep, a few houses. And we went there probably to deal with these vampires because apparently they'd been there for like forever and nobody dealt with them. So we were like, what the hell? What? Vampires invade imperial cities and we do nothing? That was kind of unbelievable. So we went there to handle it ourselves, which we did. We went in there, we killed the vampires. We even began fighting some undead. You know, it was kind of nice flying around. Then, Raphael, I believe, decided to jump down a hole in the ground, like a big well kind of thing with chains around it, and like magical runes to keep things inside. He plopped into the water and promptly disappeared. So we got very distressed at this and jumped after him and also promptly disappeared. Then we began looting the place.
Yeah, and promptly forgot.
And then, like, after a little bit, Laurel having sat down the well waiting for an answer or response from them, we're like, well, this is weird. I'm going to go after them. And then he did. Well, I believe Rithlin was doing some sort of magic thing.
The magic
Yeah,
thing?
I mean, Rithlin does magic stuff, right? I mean, that's kind of
What's this?
what she does.
Grip was trying to work out how to get rid of the spell over the town.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And Bart was keeping looting the keep because we gotta have someone on that stuff, and he's not really a good swimmer as well. So Laura went down into the water and like swam and had to get through like some sort of ventilation water system and found like mucus that made him breathe stuff, but he couldn't really identify what it was. Then he found Raphael, so we have to searching for quite a while, and they were like creepy with like black eyes and like translucent skin and like zombie-like movements and such. And that was kind of bad. They asked him to stop following them, and he was like, "Well, I can't really do that." And so he kept following them and doing exactly what they told him not to. And that eventually got him to meet a big black aboleth who was like, "So I captured and I kidnapped your friends, and I won't get them back unless you help me out." We're like, "Yeah, it really sucks that you're sitting down here. Why are you down here?" He's like, "Oh, I hate wizards because a wizard apparently imprisoned me as a baby, and now I'm here." I'm like, well, that's kind of unfair. It's like, well, the wizard's dead, so I mean, that's kind of solved. It's like, okay, yeah, thank you for that. You're a pretty good guy. Could you help me out then? I'm kind of blowing up here because it's like basically like it's a hot oven with someone has like stopped the outlet, so it's gonna blow up any moment. And so we just got the hell out of there. Really, like, saved Soy, Raphael, got back to Rith and Ballard. Everyone ended up being fine. We didn't have to fight anybody, and then we waved to the aboleth as it swam out the sunset, and we went on our merry way. Oh, yeah, very nice.
Raphael was also haunted by a ghost.
Yes, there was a ghost in the church that wanted to marry Raphael a whole lot, or thought that they were married, and we all thought it was kind of awkward. But Laurel doesn't think that anymore because he, kind of went there again, and it did it with him, and he certainly wasn't married to a ghost, so.
It did it no matter who. As long as it was a male, it talked.
Apparently it was a dread ghost, but...
He was very nice to Zoe. No problem there.
Discriminating Dread Ghost.
Yeah, it was discriminating, but we actually released her, and
We laid her
Zoe
to rest.
we laid her to rest. Yeah, completed what she wanted, which was completely fair. She wanted the ashes of her dead husband, so we did, and she got laid to rest. And Zoe dispelled the menacing.
Bad things that were there.
Yeah,
Bad
so
mojo.
We let her
the lightning and the
raising of the dead.
clouds. Yeah, it's all gone.
and we let an Inquisitor of Pharasma have fun with all the undead.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then he gave me that ring.
I think he made like a circle of undeath to death, and then he opened the church door and rang the bell, and then they all walked through it and died. So
Yeah, basically.
that worked
Badass.
very well. Damn it, dealing with all the problems. That's also what we did in the downtime, so
Yeah,
I guess we
that's
transition into the next segment.
yeah.
So, is there anything the party wants to discuss about before our meeting starts, or do they just want, is everyone okay with transitioning to a meeting?
I want to remind you that whatever is said here, whatever we discover, remember that the accident with the vampires and such were most likely caused by a black dragon.
Yes.
Yes.
Eventually a dead one. Which is unsettling.
No, from what I've found out, it's the kin. It's like the heir from that black dragon. It's like its kid that has its own brood, and it's huge. It's
Right,
like
so we're gonna...
massive,
Sure. It's a big, bad dragon thing. That's
very
you know,
big
it's
bad dragon.
being annoying and bad. So, we might need to teach it a lesson about what happens when you mess with the Empire.
Yeah, I would avoid that. From what Riff has slowly gathered with her many friends, is that the witch actually had a fallout with him.
Rith's many friends.
Yeah, she's got like
She has
multiple. Well, I don't know if you could call
Cabal?
them friend.
Was she
Cabal
hired?
and yeah, people
Yeah.
that she's hired.
Yeah, sure.
Have found that the witch actually had a bit of an incursion with the dragon, and the witch came off worse. So that's a thing.
The dragon kicked the witch's ass.
Yeah.
We need that dragon.
So
Or was at least so angry that the witch couldn't really subdue him.
yeah. So
Like the Hulk.
yeah. So if the witch can't really deal with him, and I'm not entirely sure if Haz 5 can just yet.
Do we take out the map of the Empire? We 5 don't have to.
True. But I mean,
I
has
I
got
don't
a
really
brood.
have power to do anything about military stuff. I just have money. But
he does have
with the amount the Empire has at the moment, we can do a lot of stuff.
he does have a pretty big brood, from what I can tell, as well. So
A lot of baby dragon kids.
loads of baby dragon kids.
Are they old? Like baby dragons.
Well, from what Riff saw, there's loads and loads of like nooks and crannies in the entrance to his lair. That's just you could just easily imagine so many dragons, big and small, chilling out, waiting for to ambush. So it's a terrible, terrible place to be.
It's alright.
I will note now, actually, for anyone who bought anything from the artifice, consider it done.
Ah.
Anything actually.
Consider it done.
Awesome.
Consider it's been completed ahead of schedule. Manico, what would the correct date in game be right now? Because I know my calendar is not synced.
The correct date in game
think it's the
would,
27th.
after our downtime, be the 7th of Frost.
Which is, oh god, how many days behind is this calendar?
Well, probably a number of downtime and skipping for coronation stuff.
Because I didn't skip. I haven't moved the calendar in a while.
After the coronation, we took like a ton of time to just do nothing.
There we go.
really.
Took like a week, I thought.
We're at the 7th of Frost.
All right. So
Anything else the party wants to discuss before the actual council meeting starts?
I was curious to see what the others have done with their jobs.
Raphael has a stack of papers, shocking everyone.
Aurora has so many papers, but that's not shocking anybody.
No.
Riv doesn't really need papers. I think she has like one, and that's like the list of things that there are.
Master of research, and she doesn't have papers, Raphael.
So,
She
so
just frowns and shakes his head.
There's nothing to do. They're all done.
So
mean,
Zoe has a stack of papers in there in a pink book with flowers on it.
Pink book with flowers.
No.
Little
My
horse stickers.
diplomatic diary.
Well, you would all have
Do
noticed
not read.
when Zoe walked in, you would all have noticed that the pink flower petals appear where she walk.
All right, you have that
They
thing.
stay
Oh,
there.
yeah, that thing.
They
Ah, okay.
stay. It's our pel. It's many hours per level.
You're filling the entire pals with flower petals.
No, but
I
only
think
we.
Only
aren't we
we
the
can
only
see
ones
them.
who
Only
can see
you-
them?
Yeah. Zoe will point
Oh,
out
all right. Yeah.
that she has a new spell because it is really. It has happened quite a lot that she has disappeared from the group and you can't find her, but she has got this spell that you can always find her by following the pink petals of roses, and if you follow the smell of roses as well.
How often has this happened? I
Raphael
don't...
nods sagely at this. Yes, of course.
Sure. Can anyone do it? Like, what's the? Are we targeted by a spell? Or
Yes.
Yeah, you are targeted. I can choose 6 people.
all right.
So I guess I've chosen you for my horse and I don't know.
Dad.
That's-
Important to Dad to always be able to find his little girl.
You know, and that's why I'm not choosing my dad. But yeah, follow the petal and smell of roses and you can find Zoe.
If you're immune to illusions, you cannot be subject to the spell.
True.
Is it mind affecting?
No, it's phantasm.
Right. I'm not
Yes.
immune to. I don't think I'm immune to illusions.
A phantasm.
Just mind affecting.
No, I think that fake wall, that illusionary wall, kind of beat Laurel.
And Zoe has put construction of a church, actually a cathedral, of Delindra,
Outside the priest quarters.
outside the priest quarters.
You're going for the big guns already. Cathedral, eh?
I have the money.
All right, sure.
And
like-
I have also gotten myself a house for me and an Arian.
Because, you know, it's time to move out again.
Does the horse have a room? Like is
He
it-
has a stable. You know, I asked Dark, can I have a house with a stable? And, oh, then you need a mansion. Oh, okay.
If you want it preset, then it's, you know, there's a mansion which is already done for it.
And there's a stable. So I'm building a home for me and Arian. Yay.
Yay. A girl
Oh,
and
all
her horse.
phantasms are mind affecting.
All phantasms are mind affecting.
Yes, it says so under phantasm,
Okay.
under illusion.
So Laurel can't see it.
No, I cannot
Oh, that's too bad.
see the flower petals. Sadly,
Oh.
beauty is something you have to give up for true power.
His mutations have
Well,
prevented him
then
from
I
seeing
can
things.
choose
Would
another
you-
person.
Would you stop
I'd like
sounding
to,
like a
but
But
galactic
you can't
villain?
see it. Can you smell it?
No.
like
Nope.
to.
No.
It's just my mind cannot be affected by
He just
such.
he
Oh,
he cannot
magic.
process this stuff.
In good or bad, I have sealed myself off from the world of that.
That also means you're immune to good mind effects.
Well, then I might as well not choose you to, because you can't
No,
see it.
I
yet.
can't. You can't. I basically.
Well, she can choose you, but it has no effect.
Yeah. So far, only 4 chosen.
Oh,
Maybe
you can find
not.
people.
Neither.
Same goes for patterns,
Sure.
actually. Pattern spell. Shadow, fine. Glamour is fine.
Anyway,
Or shadow actually creates a physical, like,
Yeah.
shadow object.
all right, shall
I think Figment is fine too.
So,
There-
is there anything else the party wants to talk to before, you know, you want the NPCs to join in? Or have you got more secret information?
Not particularly.
Well, maybe a little secret.
Sure.
In the council chamber, Raphael will. You will see him like fish in his tunic and pull up a key that he has like around in like a silver chain around his neck, and he will hold up the key. You see, it will be very fancy and very sparkly, seemingly made of platinum or something similar. And he will tell the party that this is apparently the key to open the secret door to the Prince of Shadows, who is the leader of the Thieves Guild.
Where is that door?
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. He has looked into this because, again, he knows that Laurel dislikes this person very much. And the problem with the door to the Prince of Shadows is that it moves. It moves sporadically or every day or when it feels like it, and sort of just teleports around. He doesn't really know exactly how to find it, but because he's not a wizard or anything, but he says that maybe this key has some sort of sympathetic magic on it that could lead him to the door.
How did he get the key?
Yeah, how did you get the key?
Raphael flashes his rakish smile.
Raphael.
Well, I am Raphael. Raphael gets things done. I would be a poor Imperial champion if I couldn't find that old thief, right?
I had nothing to do with it. Manika's looking at me.
What the hell? Keep your secrets then if you do not trust us.
Follow looks at Riff.
Raphael,
Riff just shrugs.
you know that Raphael has a lot of contacts in the more seedy places of the city.
Fair. I mean, you get to talk to thieves, and we get to talk to aboleths. So I think it's a win for us, and you just get to talk to
we don't
thieves.
judge you. You don't judge us. You want it in like a dogfight or something.
Okay.
So yeah, the key opens a door. Where the door is changes. So maybe we can track the door using the key. I'm not sure.
Find us the door.
Can Riff have a look to see if we can track the door with the key?
Don't lose the key. It's kind of hard to get.
You can have it back.
Did you steal it?
I mean, Riff will
Maybe.
just have a quick look. Maybe. Can Riff do that? DDS?
Riff looks at the key. It's a platinum key. It has writing down the side of it.
Is it magic?
No.
Damn it, it's useless. There you go. Have it back.
Oh, he shrugs. Oh well. I am looking into the door stuff as well. I have some people out scouting and spying and see if they can spot it.
Seems fitting that you should be the one to hunt down the villains of the Empire.
That is indeed what I am supposed to do, is it not?
Yeah.
He looks at his stacks of papers. Sighs.
You're now a bureaucrat. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't keep you cooped up in there for too long.
Certainly hope not. Well, that is the thing. So I'm tracking the Shadow Thief Guild leader. We'll see if it pans out.
Right.
Right.
Shall we?
Any other secrets?
Not in particular.
Looks over to Bollard.
I don't think I have anything.
You know,
What is Ballard's position like? What are you, like a security person? Or?
He's the warden.
He's the one.
If Raphael is the sword of the Empire, Bollard is the shield.
oh,
Hammer. Say the
Yeah,
the hammer.
and I'm working mildly hard to find someone to do it for me.
He's working. His primary job is to do with law enforcement, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, which is great because that means I have like so many people under me that do it for me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I just
we all have people under us, I imagine. At least Laurel has like all the tax people and
Yeah,
like
Laurel
the tax
Laurel has
collectors,
tax
the trade
people.
regulators, the like law people in like financial law, all these people.
Riff,
Technically, like we're the ministers, right?
yeah, Riff has basically all the magical scientists inside the actual palace.
am I
itself.
the only one who actually does the work?
No,
What?
I don't
Well, everyone
know.
has to do some work. Laurel has.
I can't go
Laurel has
like
to-
collecting taxes.
I have been.
Oh.
The entire empire.
I've been
Yeah.
tracking like this bloody thieves guild kingpin.
Yeah, Laurel counts numbers. Riff goes ahead and organizes all her people. Bollard signs papers.
If I get sick for a week, nobody gets paid in a week. Like it's a problem.
I mean, you do have second in command who might take over.
I
in that
do,
case.
I do. But that's
the cool thing with me is that I just sign some papers every once in a while, and then I get to go adventuring.
You have like three different I imagine like stamps, which is like death penalty, go free, and like lifetime prison. And you
Well,
just
so-
have case in front of you. The guy's like, he did this, and you're like stamp.
It's like
Stamp.
in Papers, Please. Yeah.
Like,
Like
but
Papers, Please.
also,
I'm just sitting in a booth and they come up. It's like I sit with all the felons. They come through in front of me and it's like whoop, I'm just glance over it. Whoop, prison for
You have
life.
like a special mirror in your place that you can.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Bollard also has a key to unlock his hammer to whack the person.
Haldamir's back.
Yeah.
Shall we start the meeting?
Sure.
Very well.
Begin the meeting.
have some
Let the others in.
They're waiting outside.
The fools. Exactly. Then we have them waiting outside.
Although, should we decide on what little kids should do?
Yeah, I
You,
suppose.
you
Yeah.
should at some point.
That's true. We have to.
I have a
decide
suggestion, even.
Oh, we have like 2 points each, right? So,
that. Yeah, that's it.
If you were to evenly split it, yes, that would be.
I will argue for a thing, though. And you can listen if you want to. Otherwise, I'll just argue for myself.
I can't stop you from talking. So I mean,
Well,
I do.
I
You
would
gotta
like to
do
see
it
you
if I
try,
say yes or no,
certainly,
right?
That's right, you can't stop Raphael from
Do you want William attending all the meetings?
No,
Not all of
he
them.
doesn't need to.
Then he's not attending this meeting.
Well, we're still missing 2 people.
No.
He's not actually ruling anything right now, and he won't be for like years and years.
Then why are there 2 empty chairs?
One for
We should be
Luna.
there.
Luna has not.
Uh-huh.
Luna has not shown up to the meeting,
Why not?
and the other spots where your marshal should be.
It's the curse of the priest. Any priest who has is just.
Gone.
That's right. We don't have a marshal.
Yes, but
Prince Richard was there.
as Erolda walks in, she will bow, and she's taking a sheet. She will inform you that Luna right now, Luna is currently in the process of doing one of her large divinations, and it's lasting longer than usual.
Well,
All right. What was your suggestion, Josh?
But you want to do it right now?
I think we should do it before the meeting. That makes sense because I
Alright,
think he should already be doing whatever we decide he should be doing now.
So I have been talking a little bit to William. I have been talking a little bit to the Sapphire Generals because they're kind of under my jurisdiction in a way, or at least I am on equal footing with them. And we have discussed things, and they basically, he has a lot of papers with him, but they basically said we should probably train William to some sort of self-defense at least, so he can actually protect himself. Because right now he's like this kid, and like this general, like basically had looked at him and was like, this kid, like he will just fall over if someone pokes him. Like he needs to be toughened up a bit. So that goes for Raphael as well. He thinks that William we should put some effort into making William a competent fighter so he can actually protect himself.
Yeah, well, I had
agree.
a talk with some ambassadors, and they asked about William, and I said, well, he is he's already working with a sword, and they said, well, we need something better than that. We don't want another Erolda.
Well, yeah, but he's still going to need to know how to fight,
Yeah,
regardless.
but
So
it is the people want him to be able to.
They don't want a warmonger.
yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're not going to raise a warmonger. We're just going to raise somebody who can protect himself in a fight.
Yeah,
That's
but
basically
they
it.
just want him to do other stuff than that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure, they can certainly wish for it,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I
so he's gonna make it go through.
The thing is, he doesn't like. For example, I thought initially that economics and such would be super important, but he has us,
Mhm.
right? You wouldn't need to know economy because the lore will always be there.
You could probably learn a little bit about it so he can actually have
Yeah.
some input.
I mean,
and,
he's
like,
gonna learn a
understand.
little bit about everything. Like, he's
Yeah,
like,
as-
"What's that? That's a dog, my liege."
As the Archmage says, though, it could help him once he's on the throne with actually making like wise decision makings.
Mm-hmm.
I see it like that little game where you're the princess who
Yes.
has to. That's what we're doing. Like, oh, a printing press. I don't want that. That sounds like a dumb idea.
It's not. It's not quite her to an extent.
We don't want him to be like that, basically.
But,
yeah. Fighting, some
Sorry.
sort of self-defense stuff,
Definitely agree.
so he can actually, because then he can train and he can fight, and maybe he will learn a little bit about like leading armies and stuff in the process, like a little bit of warfare knowledge at least.
Again, I like that having 2 points each, 5 days a week, 2 days of free time. That's kind of what. I mean, it's more free time than most people have, but he's just a kid.
Part of his free time is doing stuff that just outside of lessons, such as like attending court.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's still not necessarily good. They're not necessarily fun.
I would say that because he does have an innate magical ability, and he is going to at some point have quite a few Imperial arms, he's going to need to have some training in that.
Yeah. Might need him to destroy them even.
Yeah, we might. I'm not entirely sure what all of them need, but I think one of them that Riff has needs Imperial blood.
Well, we need to reforge that
Destroy it.
first one, right? And then we can destroy them all.
Reforge the first one?
The
But
book.
yeah,
The book?
Oh,
Oh,
like
the crystal orb.
thing, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out.
But we have
working
2
on it.
points each, so
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
Hmm?
Put in what you let's start with 1 point and just put
1
it in
point,
what we
yeah.
absolutely think he should have. Right.
alright.
We'll
One-
just-
1 point each.
yeah.
1 point
Well,
each
I think
first.
he absolutely should learn something about.
In chat, by the way, I have for the stream, I posted a link to a copied version so they can have a look at, basically see at least what you're looking at here.
sure.
Not where you put the point.
I guess if Halldamir copies that link, he can put it in the description of the video, maybe. I don't know.
I certainly can. I will save link.
Sure.
Yes.
What is athletics?
You're welcome,
Athletics, there are
everybody.
sections
Physical
down
fitness,
Physical training.
skills based on strength and dex, like Nimbus, basically his fitness.
there. Yes. How fit
It's
is
gym. It's like it's gym.
Yeah, I think he needs that. Needs a little bit of that.
It's his, it's his physical strength and.
I was going to raise a glutton.
Yeah, we don't want a glutton. He'll get excommunicated.
Church wanted our gluttons.
It's a sin.
The church doesn't matter. You're not putting any points in religion.
It's true.
How good is he if he has 2 points in something?
It's not representative necessarily how good he is at it, but it's more representative of how much time is he being spent trying to be taught it.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
a focus.
No, he
on it.
needs to read and write. I think that's why I can put my point.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
yeah.
pretty essential.
He kind of needs to know how to.
Are you the one at language?
Yes,
You're the buffalo.
yes. Intrigue might be good as well.
Who is at stealth?
I like intrigue.
I don't know. Is it still?
But someone needs to still make their mark.
That's
We'll have
Jake.
4 here.
That's
Jake?
me.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like language is good too, but also there's not like a state religion, is there?
There is not a state religion.
If
really.
he learns a little bit about all the religions, then he can at least identify with his subjects, even if he doesn't believe.
It'll be like the average commoner. Like they can identify their patron, they can identify like the major faiths, but they don't really know much else about it.
Aw, Jake
Yeah.
Humanity.
They'll know the basics about religion, but they won't know anything more.
No, I'm logged in. I should be Jake Smith.
To me, you're also man.
You're only show up if you're Jake if you actually need to sign in properly for some reason, like actually represent yourself.
Yeah.
But such as the little chat icon, if you open that up, it will
There you go.
change you to a real.
So now we have 1 more point to place, and I think I'll put mine in intrigue, because he knows the intrigue. Internal and foreign political affairs, like education on law, that is like so important.
That is super important, I agree.
Not gonna be the boring one. It was like you need to learn how to speak languages and how to speak proficiently and not sound like an idiot. And you need to learn about laws, political affairs, internally and externally.
Yep.
That's just what Laura thinks is important for you.
I completely agree.
Want to prance
Instead
around
of-
with a sword and dance around? I mean, that's fine, but this is important. And maybe, I mean, I would say that should
Let's
be
see.
focus on that.
Maybe how
Chat,
long?
chat is recommending conversation and history.
I
We
just
don't have any of that. Yeah.
I just
Should
did
we
those two.
Swap fighting for athletics
Conversation.
first, I think.
Just
Because he
conversation.
needs to get fit before he can fight.
I just
Yeah.
added
Totally mandatory species.
He's like 12 years old. 12 years old are fit by nature, like they have boundless energy.
Yeah, but he's gonna need it in later life, right?
Well, if he
he's gonna
keeps
be
fighting, he's gonna be fit. You know.
I used both my points.
I used both my
The,
points.
the two of them synergize
I've only used
together.
1 point,
So
so
I've
I guess
only
I'll put
used
one.
one.
I see 7 points marked down.
Yeah, I need to put 1 down. I think he needs to.
So
learn
are
a
we
little
giving
bit.
him 2 days of free time then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sadly.
think.
but I think that's good for
I mean, technically, you can go outside
do
these normal
3.
bounds. You could do like 6.
your entire life will
If
be
we do-
scheduled
if
for the
we
next
do-
10 years. Then he
If
gets
we
like
do-
a freedom complex.
8 points, then he can have 3 days free.
What?
What?
No, it's fine. Why do we only need 8
Maybe-
points? Like, we only have 1 hour, like, a week, right?
Yeah.
Doing this sort of thing, or
I think it's
I guess like
important
2
for him to
classes
have
per
warfare.
day.
Yeah,
So,
it's
there you go.
basically on average, he'll spend half the day learning each one of these.
Let's see here.
Like we don't really have a lot of
I
focus.
want him to have the free
I mean,
time
how-
I never could.
How exactly the
I
class
have-
is laid out are determined differently, but
I have 1 point left. I
have put 1 point into athletics and
Yeah,
1
well.
to religion.
First
So
into
have I.
intrigue. It's
So,
probably the most important thing for an emperor.
What is important for an emperor?
Intrigue.
It is education of internal and foreign political affairs and understanding of the law.
because
So he's gonna have 2 classes a week. But that
while you have this down here, that basically be a full day of classes all just dedicated to intrigue.
Yes. Now listen here.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
is
these
how
are
you
the
lie it
houses
off.
in the realm.
these down here technically just presets. You could do like 6 days of schooling, 1 day of free time if you really wanted those extra
We
2
got him bring a sustenance. He wouldn't need to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Give him
Or
the
eat.
assistance. Wouldn't-
I mean, he might want to. I mean, teenagers tend to
10
like
years
to
worth
sleep,
of
right?
montage.
I still like to sleep.
Yeah, I
And
like
I'll-
to sleep, and
I did look at Long Live the Queen when I decided what actually to put in as a name for these.
But like, we don't need him to shoot a bow,
Nope.
or medicine, or alchemy.
No.
Really,
nah.
an emperor thing. I'll be there to do that.
I mean, the alchemy. I have to say that the arms are made. Some of the arms are made alchemically, as well.
Admittedly, on the old tangent to that is Laurel could just help him with that.
Yeah.
I mean, the one magic class he has a week, it's not gonna make him a good caster. It's just gonna be like he doesn't blow things up randomly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we want to accomplish with that.
Yeah. I think when he
He's not be
gets
good
older.
at any of this.
No. I think when he gets older and we get more arms, I think we should focus on the arms over just pure magic, because those things are kind of scary, dangerous.
Cooking is admittedly something not covered here, so it would count as an extra category.
How about
Yes.
housekeeping instead? Is that would keep cooking?
He
in.
has like
Why?
1,000 servants. Why does he need that?
He needs to live like
Well,
a commoner for some time.
Lor-
Just go and live in like a
Laurel,
dirt hut.
He
Laurel is
has.
an excellent basket weaver, I've heard.
Like in
See
Blue.
here, my king.
Is that all the points assigned? One.
Yes,
Dances
that's 10
in
points.
athletics.
Is it?
Clockwork, dungeoneering, and alchemy. Any ruler must know these things.
He needs knowledge checks.
I basically
just-
totally destroy my own job.
So
There we go.
this
The stream, I've updated what they've currently got things set as.
I'm going to
So
actually
the-
quickly
is it?
show this in...
We
yeah.
basically don't agree on much of what's important. Rith doing magical warfare is the most important thing for a ruler.
Send in the magic artillery.
That's
Magic
what the
artillery.
king should know.
Fire!
The only thing we do agree on, Manaka and I, is intrigue. Everyone else is spread out.
I mean, I think other people agree on intrigue, but I don't think they want him to have like 4 lessons of intrigue.
Yeah.
But
that's-
language is important too, Raphael. He needs to write and read,
Mm-hmm.
and he needs to do so in a diplomatic way. And
Yeah.
probably learn Elvish as well.
He will have if he can plot out the intrigue, he can have some scribe write it down fancily for him. You know.
I mean, the point is he can already read and write, but this it makes him better at reading and writing, and he can learn more languages.
We need him to learn
Mind.
Elven.
and
Yes.
He
To
does.
incorporate the rest of the Elvish lands, we need him to learn Elven.
He does already know Common and Elven.
We should marry him
Very
off
nice.
to an elven
Laurel
Wait a
will
minute,
take
that
care of the
ended horribly last time.
language. He needs to learn how to speak Aklo.